Well, folks, it's been about a minute since I did any fish cleaning for you. I have some perch, some crappie, and some bluegills, and this is a good opportunity for me to see really how I feel about this electric fisherman, Mr. Twister, and my usual fillet knives. I've really honed my skills with these, I believe. So we're going to see how much I really like that. Let's start with a crappie. Crappie don't have a lot of bones in them that are difficult to cut through. It's really easy to do with just a knife. I usually start it like that. And that puts me in a position to take a nice clean fillet off really quick. You hear those bones breaking? They break really easy. Those are the ribs. And you have to cut through those. Oh, look what I did. I got a little too aggressive there. And there you have a fillet. Now, these ribs right here, I cut them off, and like I said, the knife got through them really easy. It's a crappie, and that's just been my experience with crappie. I'm not going to do the other side. I'm going to move over to a perch. Let's see how this guy cooperates. Well, they're a little heavier scale, so that took a second to get through. I'm going to do this beginning thing here. I always do. I just find it makes getting through the fillet a lot easier if I start this cut up here. And now, I'm going to go right through there and get, oh, you hear them breaking. Those bones are cutting. Now, to be fair, I just sharpened both of my manual fillet knives, so they're nice and sharp. Well, you should do that anyhow. That shouldn't even be a question. That is standard operating procedure. And there I have a nice fillet. My favorites, these two fish, crappie and perch. Correct me, bluegills and perch. And after that, I love crappie. But these perch and these bluegills, they are absolutely my favorites. Now, let's see what happens with the bluegill. I already did no, I didn't do a bluegill yet. I have a lot of fish to clean today. These are just a handful of the fish from an entire weekend of living on the boat. And I kept very few of the fish. And if you watch the videos, you'll see me and others releasing a couple hundred fish in the course of a weekend. And we weren't even fishing that hard. We were sort of having fun. My niece and her little daughter, Raven, came, and that was pretty easy. That was pretty easy. Yeah, those two girls came and joined us, and they swam and they played in the water. And we boated around the lake so they could see parts of the lake that I might have just, ignored. I don't fish all over the lake on every trip, although in the course of time, we've managed to fish quite a bit of that lake, Sayre Lake in Howard, Pennsylvania. And that fillet was a little trickier, but that was my fault. I just got kind of lazy. That is me filleting some bluegill, perch, and crappie. Now, let's see what happens with this perch when I use the electric knife. Here we go. You have to let it run for a bit. Give the electric knife time to do its job. And it generally works well. I have used this before. And I like it. I'm going to say that for perch, this electric knife works really well. And here's a crappie. Again, I did one side of it. Oh, like butter. Like butter. like butter. So that turned out just beautiful. I really like this electric fillet knife. These, I can't ever give them up because I can take them with me when I go on a fishing trip. I don't need electricity. This is going to be great. Okay, I'm going to clean up these other 20-some fish yet. What a task. I'll show you the fish when I'm done. All right, this may be the fastest mess of fish I ever cleaned. I did every bit of it with the electric knife. By the time I was done, I felt like I had improved my skills quite dramatically. Honestly, it's just a dream to clean fish with that thing. I was reluctant. I'm an old man. Old people are not good with change. I'm no exception, but by golly, I'm so glad I did this. Sorry for the unpleasantness here, people, but this is how food is created. Whether you buy it at McDonald's, fish sandwich, one of my favorite things in the universe, or if you buy it at the market, or if you buy it at a fish store, it's all the same deal. Okay, that was a joy. I'm going to be less reluctant to bring home fish now because look at all those steaks. Those are all fillets. I have yet to take the rib bones off and I have yet to clean them. I'll clean them and I'll soak them a little bit. And we're going to have some really good eating to do. All right, folks. That's a big 5 stars for the Electric Fisherman, which is not the most expensive knife you can buy, but it wasn't cheap either. It was a Christmas gift, and by golly, I'm just pleased. All right. These are ice packets that you buy at the store. And these other ones are the ones that come with my medication. My arthritis medicine comes packed in these gel packs. They freeze up very nicely, and we use these things for our own refreshments, and we use them to keep the bait alive. It's very important to keep your bait cool. Your worms, you keep them in the refrigerator when you're not using them. I've had them last for months just by refrigerating them and cooling them when I'm out on the boat. Also, you drop these ice packs in the water with your minnows and they'll stay alive. It's very hard to keep minnows alive out on the boat, but we find a way to do it. Don't let this stuff go to waste. So here I have 2.11 pounds of beautiful fillets. These are just gorgeous. Perch, crappie, and bluegills. 3 of the best fish you can eat, especially fresh on. I'm going to put these in the refrigerator for a bit. They'll be soaking in some apple cider vinegar. I don't know that that does any good. I read about it and I saw about it on the YouTubes. People on the interwebs think it's a good idea. As a person who cooks a little bit, I know it's not a bad idea. Now it's telling me 2.67 pounds. That includes all that vinegar I poured in there. So I'm just going to do this and believe it's good. And I'm going to make some tacos tonight.